Have you ever wondered why it's the 20% who achieve more as compared to the 80%? It is because the 20% know how to change their mindset to become more productive. And in this video, we are going to talk about all the necessary techniques that you need to know to become more productive and achieve many things. So to be productive, it simply means that you can achieve more using less time and fewer resources. So if you are capable of achieving more, if you are capable of producing more output using less time and fewer resources, then you are very productive. And this is what every high achiever ensures that they do in order for them to stay at the top. So the number one thing you have to understand while you are trying to become more productive, and productivity really means that in any craft that you are in, you've got to learn how to bring out more, to put out more, to increase the output of what you are doing, right? And in order for you to do this, let's understand another important concept. This is called the 80-20 principle. So the 80-20 principle, this is whereby you do what we call, you analyze and see all the tasks that you have to do. What are the most important tasks that you need to do every day? Now, I want you to pinpoint at least 5 tasks that are the most productive, or what you're supposed to do that will produce more value to you. For me, that is recording or creating content, scripting for ideas, editing the videos and uploading them. These are the high tasks that will bring income or will bring traffic to what I want to sell. So find at least 5 or the basic tasks that you have to do that are going to bring are the most important things that you can do in a day. Now, when you have the important tasks that you can do in a day, you double down on them. So what you do is you spend 80% of the time doing the 20%. So you know the 20% that brings more results. So you use 80% of your time and you completely focus on the 20%. That is how you use the 80-20 principle to ensure success. And this concept or this principle of the 80-20 works all the time. So that is what you want to do. But now the question is, maybe you don't know what you really are supposed to do. This is whereby you have to become clear. Okay, so in order for you to become more productive, you need to be clear. First, you need to be clear about what do you really want. What is it that you want to achieve, to have, to obtain, right? So you must know what you have, and not only know it, you must know it in specifics. So let's say you are very specific. I want to earn a certain amount of money. I want to have a certain car. I want to have any other goal. So your goals should be very specific. So that is the first point, whereby you cultivate what we call clarity, right? Then when you have clarity of what you want to do, then that is where you bring about the 80-20 principle. Because if you are clear about what you want to do, you have the larger goals, right? Now you break down these goals into small things or small tasks that you can do every day. So let's say my goal is to get 4,000 watched hours on YouTube to get monetized. So how do I get there? The only way I get there is if I stay to a consistent method of posting. So let's say I always post at least 4 contents every week. The more contents I post, the easier or the more I increase my chances of hitting 4,000 watched hours. So that is what I do. The moment I get clear on what I want, which is 4,000 watched hours, what really follows is me breaking down that goal into small steps or things that I can do on a daily basis or weekly basis that will ensure that ultimately I will get to the goal that I desire. That is where clarity gets in, and that's where clarity is very important. The other thing is you have got to create a kind of work time or time routine that you're going to follow. So you need to have to-do lists that ensure that instead of you stalling, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do at a particular given time, you have a timetable, you have a work timer, So you've separated your day into time stamps, right? So let's say you are working your full-time job. So let's say your job starts at 6. So you go your job at 6 a.m. When you come back home at 6 p.m., you find at least 3 hours that you're going to use to build your craft or become more productive, right? So create at least 4 days or not 4 days, 4 hours or 6 hours a day that you completely focus on what you're trying to do. Okay, and in doing so, you can input techniques such as the Pomodoro technique, whereby you work for 25 minutes, then have a 5-minute break for 4 cycles. You work 25 minutes intense working on your project, then you take a break of 5 minutes. That is Pomodoro technique. And the other thing that will ensure you to become more productive is being consistent, right? Being consistent. Now, when you find something that works, you don't go on and change it. Stick to that progress, because progress compounds, okay? Things compound up until they are now overflowing. So you have to be more consistent with what you want, and that is how you start becoming more productive. So once again, what you do is you become clear about what you want to have, and then when you become clear about your goals, what you do is you break them down and see which is the most important task I can do at any given day. When you've pinpointed the most important task, you incorporate the 80-20 principle, which we say is that you use 80% of your attention, 80% of your time, focusing on the 20% that are going to yield more results. And when you do this on repeat, you're going to be more productive and you're going to see more outputs. If this video has been of any benefit to you, please make sure you're supporting the channel by the algorithm by just leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay awake.